fixtures and fittings, there's a few different ways that you can actually do this. I'll show you a couple of them. One is you can just go in all guns blazing here in the Vigilante and just blow up everything in sight. You see they've got those red dots. There's loads of guards in there with pretty heavy weapons, and if you do choose that route, I mean there are the cars that come by, if you do choose that route then it's generally fine, but make sure you don't blow up the cabs, so the truck cabs, and most important of all, don't do what I did first time around, and that is blow up the trailer over here. Bad idea. There's a much better way to be doing this, really. If you have a look before you activate and start shooting, see they've got the classic view area, and there are some bonuses in here that it's worth picking up. So you can, as long as you're watching carefully where they're looking, you can take out the majority of the guards. In fact, you can spend a lot of time going the whole way around trying to take out all of them, but a lot of their view areas overlap, and it's not a massive mission. It's actually just a lot quicker just to take out some of the key guards. You can just go in shooting, but it's a bit more chill to do it this way, at least to get the bonuses. So let me show you where the two sets of bonuses for this section are. So this guy here, so I've got a suppressor on. So long as you've got a suppressor on your gun, then you can use this. So that guy's not looking, he's not within the view arc, he's on his own, so I can take those out, and there's two tools to collect down here for part of the bonus. There are 4 to collect in total. So if we collect these 2, I'm still undetected. There's not a hail of bullets at the moment, so it's still fairly chill, and time wise we're doing okay. Obviously it's a little bit longer maybe doing it this way, but I don't know, I think it's a bit more satisfying as well. So I'll take it as far as I can. So let's go and do the second one, which again is in the dip. Again, you just got to watch who is looking at who. So this guy here was not looking at the other guys, so we're fine. And in fact, if they do see you on the guys nearby, you do have a few seconds to react. So this guy here, do you see the other guys alerted? But because I was quick there, I think I'm still in stealth. Yeah, still in stealth. This guy over here hasn't been alerted, so I can still pick up all of these 4 sets of tools. So this is the 3 and 4, and I'm still in stealth. And it also helps because there's like 20 of them in there with some heavy weapons. It becomes quite a battle, and it's better just to pick out a few. Like I said, you can just, you know, if you really want to have some fun with it, you can just go around and pick them all up. But it's quite a mission to unravel. It's almost like you've got to learn the Cayo Perico route and do it step by step, and it's really not worth it for a mission that's paying you 30-40k. It's more of a satisfaction. So this guy, okay, there's no one looking at him. Again, this is my suppressor. If you don't have a suppressor, you'll alert the guards. Right, this guy's on his own. The guy behind me I took out. I lifted up the trailer. Right, and then you've got these 2 guys who are overlapping. And obviously, again, if you're quick, then you should be okay. But if you're too slow, then not. Okay, I think I might have been too slow there. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, I think that's the main thing. I've got the rewards. Now I'll switch to my heavier weapon without suppressor. I picked up those 4 tools. I can chill. And now I'll just deal with the guys that are around here. There's a few left, like I said, they do have some pretty heavy weapons, and cars will arrive. And there are 2 things. So one is you've got to find these cabs down here. So you saw the other one that I walked past earlier, which is shown as an icon on the map. When you get near to it, 1 second. When you get near to it, it will appear on the map. So we have the one that I walked past when coming out the first dip. Anyway, you can see it behind me on the map. This is the second one. So you'll see as I get nearer to it, we'll get the little icon should appear in principle. There we go. Brilliant. So now we've got that, we can go and collect the trailer. And unfortunately, I did think, well, I've got a phantom wedge, so why don't I just call in the phantom wedge and do it? But unfortunately, because you're in a mission, those vehicles are disabled, which is a bit ridiculous. So I can call my vigilante, because that's a mechanic vehicle. But yeah, unfortunately, that'll be quite difficult to scange wedge. And do not go too fast. Watch this. I just knocked 2 of the things off the back there. bad idea. And the idea is you've got to try and keep as much of that material on the back as you can. So let's just start that again. If you fail it, you can come back at that check-in point. And I also tried, you know what, if I just take my Vigilante, why didn't I just take out all of the guys that attack when I start driving the trailer around, and then I can be super chill. I'll get full bonus. So you get your bonus depending on how much of the materials on the back are left. But unfortunately, they will just keep spawning and spawning and spawning and spawning. So it doesn't really help. And the key to this is all about the route. Do not follow the route that wants you to go to the left there. Go to the north as far as you can until it's time to cut west, until the map starts cutting west. And you will get some guys chasing you, but you'll get a lot less, and all the roadblocks are to my left. So I'm going to avoid all of those. And there's a weird thing where they spawn in like that, but they're on the wrong side of the road. So you can avoid a lot of them. And the key is just to keep weaving in and out of the roads and just go as far north as is reasonable. And you can do a couple of things to protect yourself. One, you can use machine guns, shoot at the drivers, take the drivers out. Two, you can throw stickies at them, but obviously you will potentially damage your trailer, so it's not always the best idea to do that. And I think my challenge with this is just patience. Not really having the patience to be to take out all of the drivers behind me for the sake of a short mission. It doesn't make much difference. I mean, here for instance, I will get, for some reason all the NPCs drive into you. So here I'm just trying to weave in and out the back alleys. So they end up like a lot of the AI vehicles just kind of crashing into themselves. Which if you go on the big roads, you get a massive build up of them behind you. So anyway, I've taken some damage, but I think, you know, with this route and me not even shooting behind at the drivers or throwing stickies, I'm still going to get 15k of the 20k bonus. So it's a question of how careful you want to be, and also how good your aim is in terms of taking out the drivers with a shot behind you. So it's really up to you how much of a stickler you want to be about earning that bonus. And when you reach this edge, so you know, quarter of a mile, go through these barriers, you do it either side, then they will disappear. And you've done it, and there's a case of seeing. So I got the full tools bonus there, got collected all 4, and I got most of the stuff on the back. You see, nothing's actually fallen off, but because they were shooting at it and I wasn't careful enough about taking them out, I've lost a little bit of bonus. So it's really up to you how good your shooting is and how bothered you are about delivery bonus. There you go, 5k I lost. So there you go, hope that helps. And if you've got other ideas for doing it, share them in the comments. Thank you, and see you in the next one.